Welcome to the 44th episode of the Can Learn Library here at the North Battleford Library. It's always fun to try something different and one that doesn't take too long to see the results. And this one, I promise, has no glue and not a lot of waiting. So I think that might be kind of neat. All right, today we're going to do what is called a do-it-yourself fired alcohol ink art. With a few supplies and a little bit of fire, you will be amazed at the result. These are the items that you're going to need. You're going to need the glass from a picture frame. You're going to need 91% rubbing alcohol, and it's important that you use 91% because that's what works the best. You're going to have various alcohol ink colors. I've got 4 different ones. They recommend 3 or 4, not more, because otherwise it just might turn a little dark with all the mixing. You're going to need a small dish, a small paintbrush. You're going to need a lighter and a foil covered pan because we are going to light our ink on fire. So let's get to it and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to have some fun. All right, now I've taken the glass out of the picture frame and we're going to put it in here with the foil because this is where your flames are going to be. I've put some rubbing alcohol into this dish, and what we're going to do is just sort of paint it on. It all depends how much alcohol you want on it. And I think this is going to be something that's going to be trial and error because the more ink you put on, the longer the fire. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, we're going to get some rubbing alcohol onto here. So I think I've pretty much covered it. I'm using the paintbrush. It says to flood, but I don't like flood. Okay, so now I've got my 4 colors. So I'm going to just kind of dot it in different spots here. So nice purpley, so yeah, it is purple. It's called amethyst. So we'll see what happens this time. And every time's going to be different because of course you're not going to have dots in exactly the same place. So we'll have some pink, oops. And what's kind of neat is to watch how it burns after. Let's see. And I've got an orange here, so we're going to try a little bit of orange. Now the next thing we're going to do is to gently tip. You don't have to do this too much. It's just to kind of get those colors to move a little. But you don't want them to move too much because you don't want them to all turn sort of a funny brown once they all mix. Okay, the pièce de résistance. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is light it on fire. Oops. And I don't know if you can see the flames. I can see them when I'm looking. Maybe I didn't put much alcohol ink in it. I don't know, should I light it again? But I kind of like my design. Now what you're going to have to do is let this cool for a few minutes. And I'm going to talk about where we've just put the ink. That's going to be the back side. So if you're going to have to do any wiping on the other side, that's usually only if you did a lot of alcohol and it went seeped underneath, but I don't think it did it here. Let's see. It's kind of cool, but I'm hoping you can see this. This will show up maybe better this way. Like that. So basically I'm going to let it dry and I'll show you what it looks like in the picture frame. Just let it cool. Now I've put it into this frame, which happened to have a matting square, or I'm not sure if that's what I call it, the right thing, but it really makes it pop, and you've created art that did not take very long to make and is different each and every time. Well, I hope you will try this out. It was super fun, and we'll see you next time for the CanLearn Library. Take care. Now I've put it into this frame, which happened to have a matting square.